This fight happened at Boat Quay at around 3:20 in the morning. But what makes the case interesting is not just the punches thrown in the middle of the road. It is how quickly a small confrontation almost turned into a full group clash in one of Singapore's busiest nightlife areas. Footage uploaded online showed two men exchanging punches while traffic was still moving nearby. One man in a brown shirt lunged toward another man wearing a black shirt and cap. Then things escalated fast. Another man dressed in black suddenly charged toward the fight, possibly trying to join in. A woman and another man had to physically pull him back before the situation got worse. Moments later, a fourth man entered the scene and punched the man in brown before both groups were finally separated. The entire incident reportedly happened in the middle of the road at Boat Quay. That alone raises a serious question about how dangerous these nightlife confrontations can become within seconds. According to the Singapore police force, the men involved left the scene after the altercation. But investigations did not stop there. Police said the case was reported later that same afternoon. Officers from the Central Police Division then used CCTV footage and police cameras to identify the suspects. Two men, aged 25 and 31, were arrested on the 7th and the 8th of May. Both have since been charged with affray under Singapore's penal code. If convicted, they could face up to 1 year in jail, a fine of up to $5,000, or both. Here's where the bigger issue starts to appear. Singapore's nightlife districts are designed to attract crowds, tourists, and spending. But alcohol, large groups, and late-night tension can create situations where arguments escalate extremely quickly. And unlike private disputes, public fights in crowded entertainment areas carry wider risks. Someone uninvolved can get hurt. Drivers can lose focus. Pedestrians can panic. One punch can easily trigger a chain reaction. What also stands out in this case is how several people appeared ready to jump in. That changes the situation completely. A one-on-one argument is already dangerous. But when groups start choosing sides emotionally in public, things can spiral before anyone fully understands what is happening. Singapore has strict laws against public violence for exactly this reason. Affray charges are not just about who started the fight. They also focus on behavior that threatens public order and causes fear to people nearby. And with cameras now everywhere, from police surveillance systems to passing vehicles and mobile phones, escaping identification has become much harder than many people realize. This is also not the first time late-night fights have surfaced online from nightlife hotspots. Over the years, incidents involving clubs, drinking areas, and public confrontations have repeatedly gone viral. The difference now is that almost every incident gets recorded instantly and spread across social media within hours. That creates another layer of pressure, not just legal consequences, but reputational damage as well. One moment of anger can suddenly become a permanent online record. At the same time, it is important not to jump to conclusions before court proceedings are completed. The footage online only captures part of what happened. Investigations and the legal process will ultimately determine responsibility. Still, cases like this raise an uncomfortable question about self-control in crowded nightlife environments. Because sometimes the real danger is not the first punch. It is how fast everyone around decides to react. Do you think Singapore's current laws and enforcement are enough to prevent public fights from escalating in nightlife areas? Like, share, and subscribe to 2230.